Hello, my old school soul food family. Chef Jeffrey back with another video. All right, y'all. It is Vlogmas Day 1. Oh, man, I'm excited, y'all. We got 24 more of these bad boys. 24 more of these Vlogmases. I'm going to stop on Christmas morning. If I get so excited and forget the date, I might keep going. But we starting right out the box fancy, y'all. We doing our famous shrimp bisque. Uncroute. I'm going to do it uncroute and I'm going to do it uncroute, if that's a word, without the puff pastry. All uncroute mean it's going to be covered with dough. And I'm going to cover a couple of them with puff pastry. And I'm going to do a couple of them without the puff pastry to show you how you would serve in the restaurant. People going to ask, what is bisque? What is bisque compared to soup? A classical bisque it's made with some kind of crustaceans like shrimp or crab, when I'm doing shrimp, and it's a cream in it. Those two items are always in it. When you see a bisque, 95% of the time it's going to have some kind of shrimp, crab, lobster in it, and it's going to have cream in it. It's going to be a creamier soup. So today, of course, I'm doing shrimp bisque. So let me show y'all what I got. Because this is a process. All these recipes that I explained to y'all in the video about Vlogmas, you're going to put your fancy pants on for this. It's going to be a learning experience. Some people already know how to do these things. I think you should think outside the box in December and Christmas and get fancy for your family, friends, and neighbors. So let me tell you what's going in it. I got a mirepoix, carrots, celery, onions. I got some shrimp base. If you don't have this, you can find this in the store. For all the bases here, you probably never noticed. I got shrimp base here. That's going to increase the flavor. I got shrimp shells that I just took off the shrimp. Later, while the shrimp bisque is reducing, I'm going to take these shrimp here and I'm going to devein them and I'm going to chop them up in small pieces, but that's later on. I got time to do that. Main thing I wanted to do, you need these shells. That's a very important part of your dish is fresh shells from your shrimp, from your lobster, from your crab, whatever you're doing. You're going to do these shells. I got heavy cream. I got, of course, puff pastry to put on the top and some tomato paste. Most shrimp bisque, 75-80% of shrimp bisque has some kind of tomato in it. Some kind of tomato product. That's going to give it that nice red color. If you see in a bisque, I'm using tomato paste. It's going to serve two purposes. It's going to thicken it and it's going to give it color. So that's going to give it serve two purposes. So anyway, let's get started on this shrimp bisque. I'm so excited. I love me some shrimp bisque, y'all. It's very decadent, very rich, very fancy soup. So what we're going to do, we need to roast this mirepoix in the oven. Hold on, y'all, just a second here. You're never ready. Okay. What I want to do, I'm going to roast this mirepoix in the oven. I'm going to get this cream out of the way. I don't need that till later. So I'm going to put the carrots down first. Put my celery here. Put my tomatoes, because we're going to roast all this in, like I said, roast all this in the oven. Put a little oil on it. Give it a little avenue to roast there. And I'm going to throw my shrimp shells on there. And I'll probably roast these in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour. I want a nice color on them. I want to dry these shrimp shells out. And according to how fresh your shrimp shells are, your house might not smell so great. But these are fresh, sweet shrimp from the Gulf Coast with scallops in there. And so these going to come out all right. So anyway, I'm going to put these in the oven about 45 minutes to an hour. When we come back, we're going to show you the next process. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm Vlogmas. I love Vlogmas. I get to put a food video out every day, and it's fancy. I got I need to put my chef jacket on, y'all. Forgot to put on my chef jacket. But anyway, y'all, we'll be right back when this come out the oven. All right, y'all, we are back. Look at this here, y'all. All right, y'all. We got the vegetables, shrimp, all that roasted in the oven. Hear how crispy those shrimp is? Or see the vegetables got a nice roast on them. That caramelization, that's all flavor, y'all. Like I say, we want to build flavors when we make this nice shrimp stock for the, that's exactly what we're doing. We're making a shrimp stock for the shrimp bisque. All flavor. So what we're going to do, we're going to pour this in my pot over here. Let me turn this pot on. Get it turned on. We're gonna pour this right in the pot, y'all. Just like this. The shrimp, and y'all, the carrots, y'all, I didn't even peel them. I just washed them really, really good, and I didn't even peel the carrots. They're not even necessary. All right, got that in there. Y'all with me now? Now, I'm gonna turn this on. Now, we're gonna put the tomato paste in here and get it all mixed up in here. Don't need that no more. Let me get a spoon here for my tomato paste. All right, this gonna give us some color, y'all, of course, for the bisque. And it'll give us some nice body. Like I say, 75–80% all bisque has a tomato product in it. Tomato and cream. That's two items the majority of all bisques have in it. And y'all, like I said, a good classical bisque takes a while to make, y'all. You don't just throw it in the pot. I know I've seen videos of people just making a bisque, just throwing stuff in the pot and it's done in 10–15 minutes. No. A good bisque takes a while to make. Whole process takes a couple hours, but it's well worth it. You ever ate a good bisque in a restaurant, a fancy restaurant? They didn't just throw that stuff together. It's a good process. So I'm gonna get all this mixed up. I want to get this nice and get a little cooking on this tomato paste, y'all. I don't know how to explain it. See how hot that is? Very important. You can just smell that shrimp shells, y'all. It smells absolutely amazing. Look at that there. Now this point here, a lot of people would put a little cognac in here, brandy, and they would flame this off. We've done that too. I prefer not to do that because I don't like alcohol in my food. That's just my preference. But at this point, you can actually pour your little brandy in here or cognac and flame this off if you want to get fancy with it. Okay, I just want to cook that tomato paste down in the vegetables and that shrimp shells right quick. About 10 minutes here. So we're going to step out, let this cook about 10–15 minutes. Very important you cook that tomato paste and get a good cook on it before you add your fish to shrimp stock. So we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. All right, y'all, see that little char I got in there with that tomato? I let this cook 10 minutes, y'all. See, that's what you want. You want to cook this down, y'all. It's all about adding flavor. Now, what I'm going to do now, y'all, we're going to add our shrimp stock to this. I'm going to add a little bit more here. We're going to reduce this a little. A bit more. Do it right there. Now, like I say, shrimp stock, all I did was get some shrimp base. Oh, y'all like to get all this stuff off the sides of my pot, y'all. Like get all that goodness off there. It's all flavor here. All that flavor right there off of the sides of the pot. All right, a little bit more off of here. I want this thing to simmer. All I did, y'all, I add some shrimp base that I have right here. I'm gonna add a little bit more in here. And we're gonna let this simmer about 45 minutes. You can go an hour or two, I wanna let it simmer. In the meantime, put it up here, y'all. Don't like nothing on my stove here. Let me put my shrimp base up. In the meantime here, hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back here. Okay, y'all, like I say in the meantime, notice whipping cream here? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in the bag. I got a pot back there. I'm gonna put it back in this pot here and I'm gonna heat this up. Because when I add this cream to my stock here later on, I want both of them to be hot. That way, it won't take as long to finish what I need to do here. So like I said, I'm gonna let this simmer about 45 minutes to an hour, just right up on top of the stove. The vegetables gonna get nice and soft. The shrimp gonna cook more. This flavor gonna totally intensify so well. And that's what's gonna make the bisque good. Like I said, a good bisque takes a couple hours. The whole from the beginning to the end takes a couple hours to do. That's why you got a nice flavorful bisque at the end of the process. So anyway, we're gonna let this simmer. We'll be back when this is done, and I'll show you the next process. Vlogmas day 1. We're getting started right out the gates fancy. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. All right, y'all. We got our bisque here. It ain't bisque. It's gonna be bisque, but we'll just call it bisque for now. We got it reduced to like I want it. Now, what I'm gonna do now is heavy cream back here that I brought to a boil, pretty much brought to a boil, and it's hot as well. I want to add this to this. I want to add that hot cream to this here. Add that to that. Get that all mixed up in there. We're gonna bring this back up that way. That's the reason I added hot cream to this, so it don't slow down the process, the cooking process. Now next thing I'm gonna do, I want to tighten this up with roux a little. And then after I tighten up with roux, I'm gonna use my stick blender. If you ain't got a stick blender, you can use a regular blender and puree this up. But I'll tell you when I get to that step. But the next step right now, I need to thicken this up a little. So I'm gonna add my roux. Y'all know I keep roux in the refrigerator, already pre-made. Turn this down a little. I definitely don't want that to fall over. Hold on here. Kind of roll up on me there. Hold on, it's gonna go down just a second, y'all. Added the roux too fast there. What happens when you add the roux too fast? Stuff gets mad at you. There we go. Now what I want to do now, y'all, I'm gonna cook this down just a little. I'm gonna take my stick blender here, and we're gonna puree this up. Oh, y'all, let me get this out of here. Let me get my little stick blender here. I want to making a mess up, Jeffrey. I want to blend all them carrots and celery and onions and all that, the shrimp shell. We're going to blend all that up. In fact, I'm going to turn this off. Like I say, if you don't have a stick blender, y'all, by all means, you can put it in a regular fruit processor or something like that. But in the kitchen, it's like a chef's best friend, y'all. Gonna blend all that goodness in. That's all flavor we blending together. And don't worry, because we just strain all that. It's gonna have a nice smooth soup. Not to make a mess. That's it. All right. Let me get this out the way. Put that in the sink here. Clean up my little mess here I got here, y'all. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here to to my sink I got set up over here. Oh my God, I just can't stand. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna move over here to my sink, get this roux out the way. I don't need it no more. Now, y'all, let me get situated here so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm set up over here. I got my soup here. Now all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a ladle and I'm gonna strain this through a chinois. It's a fine chinois. I wanna strain this soup to this. I'll probably pour it in there, probably even quicker than doing it like this. Pour it in there a little quicker if I can pour it in there, y'all. Hold on, y'all. A little bit quicker. I'll pour it. Little by little here. Now I'll just take my little ladle here. Let me show y'all. I'll take my ladle and I'll just kind of let it go through the chinois little by little. It don't take long to do this. About 10 minutes. So I'm gonna step off, y'all. I'm gonna get all this strained through this chinois and I'll come back. We'll show you the next step. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back. We got all this stuff nice and strained and good to go. Let me show you the stuff that come out of it, that I strain out of it. See this gunk there? We call gunk. All that is, that's the carrot, onion, celery, and shrimp shells that I grated up and I strained it. And once you strain it, this is what you get right here, y'all. But I'm still not through because I got to season it with salt and pepper. So now we're going to season it with salt and pepper, get the seasoning right. But look at that, y'all. And I'm going to check the thickness of it. Make sure it's the right thickness that I want it. And then once I get the right thickness that I want it, we'll go to the next step. But like I say, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to season this bad boy with salt and pepper. Here. We're going to taste it here and see how much we're going to need. I'm telling y'all, it's a process vlog, but it's absolutely amazing. I know I'm going to need more salt and pepper than that. That's just by experience, y'all. Just by experience. I turn it back on to a low simmer. Okay, we're going to check the seasoning here. Definitely need a little bit more salt and pepper. Another spoon here. Don't want to double dip, y'all. At work, we have that I retired from. We keep plastic spoons. A little bit more salt and pepper. That should do it. Now, I'm going to put a little bit more roux in here, y'all. I like to add a little bit more thickness to it. A little bit more body to it. So we're going to do that. A little thicker. You don't want it thick, but you want it, you know, kind of have a little body to it. And that's normal when you, after you puree it up, you're going to have to usually add a little bit more roux to it. All right, y'all, let me check my consistency now, Teddy. Look at that. Look at that nice, smooth bisque, y'all. See that? Look at that. How nice and smooth, creamy. Got the nice color to it. That's the key of roasting your shells and your vegetables and all that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. So now I'm going to step off, get my bowls and stuff set up. And we're going to do some of this uncrewed because we still got the shrimp to add to this too, y'all. We're going to come back here, add our shrimp, save a little to the side. We're going to add a little shrimp. We're going to do it two ways, uncrewed and uncrewed, however you say it. So anyway, we'll be right back. All right, y'all, we back here one more time here. Okay, y'all, we're going to uncrewed these things. What is uncrewed? All uncrewed is, y'all, I'm going to put a puff pastry on top of this. It's going to have a top on them. So I'm going to go around my little dish here. Make sure I got a big circle here. And we're gonna make some rounds here so I can cover my whole dish. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing like bisque uncroute, y'all. Puff pastry, and it's soaked into that bisque. Oh my goodness, y'all. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm just making a little circle. I'm making bigger than the cup, of course, so we can cover the cup. That's it. Now what I want to do here, I'm going to put some shrimp in this cup, raw shrimp right in the cup here. And the rest of it we're going to just stick right into the bisque later. Because the reason I'm doing it raw, because what? Because we're going to cook this in the oven here. And the shrimp, of course, is going to cook right in the bisque. I don't want to do the shrimp cook and it just overcook the bisque. So y'all going to see this, what I'm about to do here off camera. But I'll show you in a second. Put a little bisque in there. Take that off of there. A little bit more bisque in here. And then the remaining shrimp I'm going to throw right into the pot, y'all. Clean that off of there. Fill this up, y'all, with the bisque. Or soup. I mean, all it is a fancy soup, y'all. One more. And tell me I can't sit down and eat. This is rich, though. It's a rich soup, y'all. Supposed to be a rich soup. And sit down and eat one whole bowl of this. It should fill you up. A lot of restaurants have it as an appetizer. Come on off of that. Come on off of that, guys. Should have put some flour in the bottom of that, huh, Chef Jeffrey? So I'm gonna put the put that on there like that. Get the other one here. Hope it's not stuck to the board like the other one. There we go. I'm gonna cover that up. Make sure it's really covered and stuck to the bowl there. Get the other one back here. I tell you, y'all, nothing wants to cooperate today, right? Hold on, y'all. Get my little beef scraper here and scrape that up off of there. There we go. Next time, I should put a little bit more flour down on the board. You stretch that off of there just like that. And the last one here. Now you can be fancy too, y'all, and put little designs on the cup on top of that as well. But I ain't being fancy. I done been fancy enough, right? I done been fancy enough, right? Clean this up here right quick. Alright, get that out the way. Now we're gonna come back to the egg wash here. Clean this off out the way. Get this here out the way. Clean as you go, y'all. Okay, now I got a little egg wash here. I'm gonna brush on top to give it that nice shine on the puff pastry as it's cooking. Too much egg on there, huh? Oh, it'll cook on there. It's okay. It's all good. So we're gonna put this in the oven, y'all, 375 degrees till this get nice and brown and bubbly. Of course, it just wouldn't need the puff pastry to get nice and colorful because the soup is already ready and the shrimp ain't gonna take but a few minutes to cook inside there. And when we come back, I'm gonna show you the other process. But before that, y'all, let me show you this. Let me turn this soup back on. Before I put that in the oven, let me show you. I turn it back on for a second. All I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna dump the rest of this shrimp in here, that's left over, and let this simmer by 5-6 minutes, y'all. And see that shrimp in there and let it cook until that shrimp get done. It's gonna take about 5 minutes of boiling. You already know shrimp don't take long. And like I said, I just put the rest of that shrimp in there. When I put the rest in the bowl, I'll show you in a second. The shrimp will be ready. So anyway, I'll put this in the oven, 375 degrees, about 10 minutes, and we'll be back and show you both ways. Old school shrimp bisque, y'all. Uncroute and not uncroute. We'll be right back. All right, y'all, we are back here. All right, y'all, I got all the bisque out here. I got it on the uncroute, and I have it without the puff pastry on it. Let me get my weapon of choice here, y'all, which is a spoon. Which definitely is a spoon. Okay, y'all see this one here? See the steam coming off of there? See the steam coming off of that one? That's just a regular one, y'all, with no puff pastry on it. You can get in the restaurants like this. Of course, you can put a little, I didn't even put the garnish on there, y'all. I'm sorry. Put a little chives on there, little green onions or whatever on there for garnish. And sometimes they serve with some kind of fleuron, which I could have even cooked a puff pastry strip and put on there as well. So we're going to try this one first. See, I got the shrimp in there. See that nice shrimp I put in there? Like I say, just put it in there and let it boil 5 minutes. Look at this here. Look how creamy that soup is, y'all. That shrimp on there going in. Oh, wow. Oh, it's so good, y'all. It's so decadent, y'all. And rich. You know, got the cream in there. And that definitely gonna make it rich. I love this stuff. All right, y'all. This is my favorite way to eat it. You know why? Cause this buttery puff pastry crust on here, and it soaks in with the bisque. Oh my goodness, y'all. You talking about richness on top of richness on top of richness. So I hit that puff pastry there. You see how hot this is, y'all. See the heat coming off of there. Let's go in here, y'all. See if I can find the shrimp. You know there's plenty of shrimp in here. If I can find the shrimp in here. There's a shrimp. Trying to get a good bite here. There we go. Got the shrimp, a puff pastry. See how hot that is, don't you? See how hot that is, y'all? Look at that. Steam coming off of there. Anyway, going in, y'all. Woo. It's hot, but it's so good, y'all. Wow. If you never had lobster bisque, shrimp bisque, crab bisque, but it has to be made correctly. I would hate for y'all, for the first time you're eating bisque, and it's not made correctly, and then it turns you off forever. That's the problem. Everybody can't make it. I'm not saying that to sound conceited or nothing like that, but everybody can't make classical bisque. It's just the bottom line, and try to shortcut and make it in 30 minutes, and this can't be made in 30 minutes, y'all. I love this stuff. I'm telling y'all, I like to get that crust like that. Put it in the bisque. That's why I eat it. If I get in the restaurant, you gotta soak that dough in there with that bisque. Oh my God, y'all. That's how you eat it. Give y'all another close up here. Look at that. That dough soaked in there. Y'all, try this recipe. That's why I'm putting the recipe out early, so you have time for trial and error. And like I say, the recipe works the same way with crab shells, lobster shells, same procedure. Like I said, only thing you changing is the protein. You roast the shell just like I did the shrimp shell. If you got lobster shell, roast the lobster shell, same way I did that. Put the meat in at the end. Sorry, y'all, I'm in my element when it comes to bisque. When it comes to bisque, In my element. So anyway, let me close the video out. If you like the video, please share, please comment, please subscribe. Please follow my other social media account, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch TV, Pinterest, and oldschoolsoulfood.com. Remember the hashtag 2023, just show some kindness. Old School Soul Food. Until next time, have a blessed Old School Soul Food day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Vlogmas Day 1, done.